Hello everyone, welcome to my next tutorial session of the large softwares, large area organic semiconducting simulation softwares. Before we start out this tutorial, I want to introduce myself. I am Sahil Verma, working as an application engineer in the Impulse Technology. Who has not seen it my previous video, please check out the playlist so you can understand the basic of the large softwares. In this tutorial, we will be studying about basic OLED electrothermal simulation. How we can do electrothermal simulation in the large area organic semiconductor simulation software. So I will show on this video. We are not going to moving on this PPT parts. We are directly going to the softwares and I will show how you can simulate that properties. It is a GUI of the large softwares. We are giving in here brief discussion about the large softwares. Who is not aware about this software, please check out my first video so you can understand the GUI. In here you can see new, load, import. If you want to create new project, you can move from here. If you want to load your existing project, you can load. Import your project from the zip, exports as well as import geometry, and these are the options for the save your projects. At that same given in here, new, load, save project. If you want to run your project, you can use this. And if you want to check your status, you can check, and for the showing geometry and for the missing run, show miss, and if use for that comparisons, keep diagrams, and that is the project properties and command line and simulation results you can see. In here you can see your imported geometry. First you need to click in here the new projects. You can see two options, large area and 3D ray tracings. It totally depends on you which type of project you want to create, so you can use. And project locations you can choose wisely according to your choice. In here you can choose C drives, then move with the Fluxim Ag, layers and project, and then click on the select folders. Give in here your name of the project, OLED Electrothermal Simulation, and click on the OK. Then you can see your project properties tab, they have active in here, and then you can select one of that geometry. You can create geometry as well as river cuts. We have already discussed in a previous video, but LAWS also provides some of that geometry. Like in here you can import DSF geometry files from directly river cuts, UNV files, and if you want to create in here your geometry, so you can create in here predefined geometry, rectangles, metal finger, metal strip, rectangular metal grid, and hexagonal metal grid. I'm taking in here the example value. Simple, you can choose rectangle and give in here the units. You can see you can choose mm, and main width you can give in here the 100, height you can give in here that 100. You can see in here you can also create the defect parts, but we are not moving with this. If you're working on this, so you can use. And now you can see that geometry 100 and 100. In here you can see meshing tools. They can break your geometry at the smaller parts, so you can study it wisely from here. Minimum is size and maximum is size you can set in here too. I'm just giving here the input value. I hope you are too much aware about these things. Meshing generally used for that breaking like this type of geometry. They have divided in here, and number of the elements and mesh quality you can see in here. Mesh refinement and mesh refinement factor in here the 3. It will be used for the better or accurate results that I have given in the last tutorials. After this we can move in here the device IVT. Now you can give in here the one by one that's value. Single electrode or couple electrodes. Single electrode doesn't mean in here the single electrode you have chosen. That means one of the electrode and one of the electrode grounded in here. And couple electrodes when you choose, so that's a thing you can see. In here the no thermal coupling, heat generations only, and full electrical to thermal coupling. We are moving in here the electrothermal simulation, so you can select this full electrical thermal coupling. Device type you can select wisely, totally depend on the user project, OLED or PV. Simulation type study AC, so when you choose, so value automatic change in here. In here the default you can see different coupling paths are given. They will give the hints which type of domain you have selected or electrical coupling line you have selected. So according to the simulations result will be showing on that result parts. like imported JV curve that give the help to IV curve or different selections. So in here you can give that part. You can also integrate with the set for simulations projects. No coupling, ohm, Mod-Garnet, diode model, imported JV curve, imported JVT curve, mathematical expressions, imported lambda JV curve, and set for simulation JV and set for simulation JVT. When you select, so different value will be active in here. You can also check our previous project, so you can understand better what we are want to tell in here. You can see in a set first files you can import directly, but in here we need to import imported JV curve, and you can load in here directly files that supported IV OLED. You can see that geometry they will found on that layer where they have downloaded, so you can import IV OLED test file, and when you have imported you need to click in here the apply, and then you can see in here that graphs that you have imported. Unit of the voltage, current density or luminance value, they have already smoothing factors. You can see activation energy and measurement temperatures. Now you need to provide in here that activation energy. I'm going to select in here that example value, but if you have that any value you can select. You can see different units are given, but we are going to select in here the EV temperature. It will be same. In the thermal parameter you can see vertical thermal conductivity, so one by one you need to provide in here that's value 1.5. Stack thickness it will be 100 mm, so it will be same. If you want to change unit you can change. Ambient temperature it will be same. Heat transfer top you can set in here that 11. Heat transfer bottoms 5.5. What is the OLED efficiency? You have choose 0.2, and then at the bottom side you need to click in here that apply, so that value they have selected in the thermal parameter. Luminance parameter current efficiency it is the 0 that we have selected. Now we need to jump on that electrode tabs, and the default you need to select in here that's value top and bottoms. So for the R electricals at the seat resistance you need to select in here the 10. Bottom value you need to select in here 0.5, and for the thermal seat resistance you need to give in here that 1.4 exponential, and bottom you need to give in here the 8.9 exponential too. So they have selected in here the seat resistance for the electrical and for the thermals. Then you need to move on that boundary conditions. You need to select in here the each first voltage and electrical value automatically selected in here the 0. That will be voltage. But is 3 you need to leave in here, and when you select it so automatically you can see that is 3. And then you move to each 4, select voltage. You need to select in here that voltage, voltage, voltage and voltage. As well as vertex you need to select in here that's voltage. Except is 3 you need to select all in here that voltage, and unit you need to select in here the milliampere. Then you can move on that ship tabs, and now you can ship in here your parameters, like we going to move in here the ship, but if you want to ship more parameters you can see number of the parameters are given that you can ship. Too much big tools you can see that's value you have provided, so you can ship in here. All is you need to select except is 3 because you selected in here the current, so and ship you can select that ranges ship from 0 to 6.5, and step you can take in here 0.5. It totally depend on the users. It is that optimization parameter. Here you can extract your parameter maximum minimum and with the fixed target value in here if you select it. And now you can move on that solver. That solver we have selected simultaneous solver, direct spark solver. Yes, it will give the high accurate results, so As per the lawyer's guidelines, we have selected this. Convergence type, it will be same. Normals, it will be same. Tolerance, it will be same. Maximum number of iteration, we have selected the same. We can change in here the server, power doglets, and initial trust regions, you can select in here the 1000. The whole setting that we have completed in here. If you want to change any parameters, you can change and check value for the check your wrong parameters. Now you can click in here the run. You can see in here your results, total device current diagram, top ohmic losses diagram, bottom ohmic losses diagram, source power, and in here you can see as well as solar cell characterization, maximum power point, maximum power per area, open circuit, short circuit, and fill factor. If you apply for this one by one, you can check the results. If you go last for this, you can see total device current, ohmic losses, bottom electrode, source power, total power, electrode area, and you can check in here that's potential. If you change in here, counter lines, electrical intensity, electrical fields, electrical field lines. So not only for this, at the each you can see one by one that data. It will create software so that provided large strip and each of the value in here you can see temperature counter lines, temperature gradients, arrow. If you selected that plane, you can see arrow, that's line. So you can see in here that's electrothermal simulation of the OLED. You can also visit manuals and tutorials, so it will give hint a lot of this video how you can simulate that properties. So now I'm going to end here my video. Not only this, you can simulate different type of geometry, and it generally designed for the modules simulations parts and large area organic semiconductor as per the names. So you can move with this softwares and calculate your different parameters. So if you have any query related to this, please ask in the comment box as well as my email given in that end of the video. Thank you very much.